Guys, so welcome back to another video of ECK Sports, and today I am back at it with another video, and this time I am going to be going over the downtown Diamondbacks and kind of their early season struggles and how they've been disappointing season so far. Before I get into the meat and potatoes of the video, make sure you guys hit that like button and of course subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. The downtown Diamondbacks this season have started out 1-5, which is the complete opposite of what they started out in 2021. In 2021, this Diamondbacks team was unstoppable. They won a combined record of 16-6, and this season, they are already 1-5. Last year, in a combined 22 games, they lost 6 games, and they have already lost 5 games in 6 games this season. Last year, they never lost a single series. This year, they've already lost 2, and those are the first 2 series of the year. Right now, the Diamondbacks are looking like a shell of themselves, but I will explain all of that in today's video. Starting it off first, I'll just talk about some positives because there's going to be a lot of negatives in this video. So Diamondbacks fans, I'll give you guys some positives. The first one is Jimmy Knorp's bat. Jimmy Knorp's bat was insane last year. He batted .391 with 11 home runs, 31 RBIs, and was probably the best hitter in MLW last year. But this year, not much has changed. He's still batting .435 with 3 home runs, 9 RBIs, a .594 on base, .826 slugging, and a .1420 OPS. So things have still gone well for Knorp at the plate. He's still hitting tons of home runs, all kinds of different pitches. He's getting on base, he's getting walked. He's doing everything that he did last year. So his hitting hasn't really gotten any worse. His pitching has. The second positive of the Diamondbacks this year is the rookies making their debuts and making sort of an impact. Now, Bennett and Trey Flood made their debuts against the Wildcats, and they looked pretty solid. Bennett hit a walk-off home run, and Trey Flood hit a home run after the Wildcat series posted some pretty good numbers of a .250 average, a 1,000 slugging, and a 1,250 OPS. So things look pretty good for Trey Flood. So now you ask yourself, what has really gone wrong? Now, first, I want to start off with Jonah Heath. Last year, Jonah Heath had a pretty solid season. He batted .241, had a 1,000 OPS, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs. He was pretty good. Started to get a little inconsistent toward the end of the season, but his bat was still there. This season, he has been terrible. 83 batting average. He has 2 hits on the season, but a .374 OPS, a .290 on base percentage, and an 83 slugging. That is absolutely terrible, especially for a guy who started out his hitting career in 2020 extremely well, and in 2021 was also really good, making the All-Star team, had a really good season in 2021 hitting the ball. And I did sort of notice, again, in the World Series, that he started to deteriorate. So there was kind of signs of this. And Jonah Heath this season just hasn't really done that well. He still has loads of talent, but that's kind of been a big problem for this team. Shima has only played 1 series, but his numbers aren't really that good either. He's batting .133 with a .316 on base percentage, a .133 slugging, and a .449 OPS. Now, I completely understand that he's only played 1 series, but even then, those numbers are not good. So clearly, Jonah and Michael have not really done that well. And then you look at Bennett, who after 1 series, his numbers are better. He has a .222 on base, 500 slugging, 722 OPS with 1 home run and 2 RBIs. But if you just actually watched him play, he kind of looked a little uncomfortable in the batter's box. And yeah, he did hit that home run, but he still looked pretty uncomfortable, and he definitely contributed. He didn't look exactly the best. And yeah, if you're Jimmy Knorp at this moment, sure, maybe you want to get Trey Flood some reps, but you know that Jonah Heath has talent. You know Shima has talent, and there's no reason for the Diamondbacks right now to be batting more than 3 guys in their lineup because of how all these other guys are doing. This really puts Jimmy Knorp in a really tough position right now because I think Jimmy Knorp knows this. There's no reason for him to go with more than a 3-man lineup because he is the only one on this team that is hitting well right now. And do you really start taking playing time away from Jonah Heath and Shima? I don't know, because those are his really good friends. They have a lot of talent. He's kind of just forced to stick with him, Heath, and Shima right now, maybe filtering Bennett and Flood in every now and then. But right now, the hitting is not looking good, and that is clearly shown. But the real problem for the Diamondbacks at the moment is the pitching. Jimmy Knorp's pitching just hasn't been good, and that is really due to his injuries that he has. He has a lot of injuries that has really affected his control, his movement, just pretty much everything like any normal injury would do. Knorp this season in 10.1 innings has had 14 earned runs, 14 hits allowed, 16 walks, 27 strikeouts. He has a 1-3 win-loss record with a 4 ERA and a 2.9 whip. That 4 ERA definitely doesn't look that great, definitely doesn't sound great, and yeah, it's not that great. And that has been a real reason why the Diamondbacks haven't been that same dominant force. Last year, Knorp was on the mound consistently every single series, but so far this year, it just hasn't been that way. And then you look at Jonah Heath, who has gone through the same thing. Jonah Heath, without a doubt, was the best number 2 arm in the league last year. And like I was saying, Knorp was without a doubt the best ace last year. Jonah Heath giving up a lot of home runs, a lot of hits. Jonah Heath has a 4.2 ERA with a 2.4 whip, 9 strikeouts, 8 hits allowed, 4 walks allowed, 7 earned runs in 5 innings. So both of these guys who were fantastic last year just haven't been that way this year. And that has been a big reason why the Diamondbacks haven't been able to win games. Their pitching hasn't been as dominant. And pitching wins in this league. If you have really good pitching, you win. It's as simple as that. Hitting is great, but pitching in wiffle ball, and especially in MLW, wins. And then you look at Trey Flood, who I think had a solid rookie debut. I think the Diamondbacks are probably going to continue just pitching Knorp, Heath, and Flood. Just kind of have each one of them pitch a game. Maybe Knorp ends up pitching 2 games again, but with his injuries, I don't really know if that's the best idea. He's even said that he'll hit every game, but he does not know that he'll pitch every series. If the Diamondbacks really want to make noise, they're going to have consistent pitching. That really concerns me, is that the Diamondbacks at this moment, do they really have a true ace that they know is their ace with Knorp's injuries? I've kind of said this before. After a certain amount of time, teams in MLW are really starting to figure these pitchers out. It usually takes about 2 years, especially in Jonah's case, or 2.5 years. You look at guys like Ryan Crash and how MLW kind of adjusted to him. In my opinion, Ryan Crash's pitching career really started in 2019. So we had 2019, 2020, and then 2021, midway through the season, teams were starting to figure him out. You look at Heath, about 2 years through his career, teams are starting to figure him out. You look at Knorp, 2 years into his career, teams are starting to figure him out. Even you look at a guy like Cheatham and Jorgensen, that you have to adjust. And I think the Diamondbacks and all these pitchers have the talent to adjust, but we'll see what they do. So I said in the title that the Diamondbacks are in serious trouble. But you're probably thinking, how could they be in serious trouble if they have a team in the Gators who is far worse than they are? And yes, I agree, the Diamondbacks will probably make the playoffs in 2022 because the Gators are just that bad. This is supposed to be the best team in MLW right now. They just won the World Series last year. This is not supposed to be a team where you look at and you say, they'll just make the playoffs, get out in the NLDS. No, this team is in serious trouble. And at this moment, the Diamondbacks are not getting past the NLDS, and that's my opinion. Thank you guys for watching, and if you did enjoy, make sure you guys hit that like button, that subscribe button, and I just want you to know, of course, it's still early in the season. I'm just pointing out what I see on video, and with the stats and everything like that, so always keep that in mind, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.